Hey, what's up, solar family? How are you? It's James here. On this video, I just want to go over the biggest thing that's going to hold you back from reaching your highest potential in the solar industry. And it's a really big thing, but everybody can work on it. But before I dive into it, if you haven't booked your solar strategy call, especially if you want to get in the industry or you just got started in the industry or you're looking for high quality solar leads, make sure you book that call. It's going to pop up right above this video. So let me jump right into it. So the biggest hurdle that you can encounter in the solar industry is if you have a really big ego, right? Meaning that you feel like I'm going to do this by myself. I don't need any training. Just, point me in the right direction and off I'll go. I'm going to wing it and I don't need anybody. That's going to be the biggest mistake you'll ever make, not just in solar, but in life in general. Because if you really want to go far, it's going to take people or other people to help you reach those goals. Because you heard the saying, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, it's going to be with people. It's going to be with mentors. It's going to be with coaches. It's going to be with people that already has been there, done that, right? So let me give you a story. We have solar strategy calls with myself and my coaches all week long. So I jumped on a call and I said, hey dude, what are you struggling with the most? And this guy told me, hey, I don't need anything, man. I just need a low red line and give me access to the platform. I was like, okay, so what company you're working with? And he mentioned this one company, and I honestly feel this one company, I'm not gonna mention any names, actually does a stellar training, right? I know about their training. So he was like, they do this thing and they jump on a Zoom and they role play all week, and I don't need that, man. I'm a closer. Right? And I hear that all the time. Unfortunately, that ego was holding him back to reaching his highest potential, right? Because role playing and learning from folks and practicing every single day to sharpen your skills is key in the solar industry. You are not going to wing it, right? Let me say that again one more time. You are not going to wing it in the solar industry. That's why we get paid $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a deal, because we have the information to educate homeowners about solar. Because if this was a no-brainer, which a lot of folks, the big egos have, right? I don't need this, dude. I don't need your training. I can do this myself. I've been selling cars for 25 years, right? That's not gonna work. Because again, we need to educate homeowners, because if it's a no-brainer, we'll all get paid minimum wage, just like a minimum wage job. For example, the guys at Verizon, nothing wrong with them, right? But you don't have to educate me on what a phone does. There may be some new gizmos and gadgets and camera tricks and whatnot, but I know if I get a phone, I press a couple buttons on the phone and I can call my wife or my kids, right? There's no education there. And that's why folks that work at the solar store, they're probably getting minimum wage, and nothing wrong with getting paid minimum wage. But what I'm trying to say is that's why we're getting paid $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a deal, because we're going to educate the homeowner. And without that education, you could be misleading homeowners, right? Let me give you another example. Here at Solar University, we teach all our guys to educate homeowners and have the ability to get up from the coffee table and say, hey, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, this is just not gonna work out for you. And this happened last week with one of our closers, or one of our new closers, and it just didn't make sense for the homeowner. And what he did was he picked up the phone, he said, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, unfortunately, solar doesn't work out for you right now, but I just wanna let you know. Right? Because at the end of the day, the worst thing that can happen is we get the homeowner to move forward with solar, we make a couple $1,000s, and when they open up the bill, now their bill is higher with solar than it was with the utility company, right? That defeats the whole purpose why homeowners want to go solar, right? So make sure, right, if you have an ego, leave it at the door. Everybody has that, right? Everybody is fighting that ego. And you're gonna have to learn, you know what? I don't know There's always something to learn. Let me leave my ego at the door and let me learn from folks that's actually already been there and done that, right? And be humble enough to learn. Even the greats, right? You got Tony Robbins out there, Dean Graziosi, you got Russell Brunson, and all these folks that are doing amazing in their field. They're constantly learning. And if they're already making, $50, $100 million a year, why aren't we, taking lessons and training and getting coaching and mentorship, right? So again, until you're making, $100 million or more than your coach, then it's time to humble yourself, leave your ego at the door, and learn from somebody. Because again, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, it's going to take a team of people to get you where you want to be. So hopefully that makes sense. So if you want to dive in deeper, if you need sales training, marketing training, solar leads on demand, make sure you book your solar strategy call. It's going to be a pop-up right above this video. Other than that, have an amazing day. Goodbye for now. Peace.